Well, hey there, this is Michael Watkins with the Code Chasers Digital Marketing. In today's video, we're going to break down PPC versus SEO, pay-per-click marketing versus SEO, and which form of marketing works best for your pressure washing business. Let's go ahead and get started with this comparison. So, let's just put things in perspective here. Let's just kind of, get our goals in order, right? It's always best to get our goals in order before we do anything. What is your number one goal as a pressure washing business owner? Well, you want to get more qualified leads to actually turn into jobs. That's basically any business. You need to have a consistent lead flow, not seasonal spikes for the summer or, the fall or the spring or whatever. You need to have a consistent business model and consistent lead flow year round. You also need to have a brand that dominates online and in person. So both of those avenues to get a consistent lead flow in your business and also balance that short-term revenue with long-term growth, right? So you need to be able to balance those business books, balance those accounts and things like that for your pressure washing business to be successful. So what is PPC? What is pay-per-click? You hear the marketing gurus talk about it all the time. You don't know what it is. Well, I'm here to tell you exactly what it is in this video. So PPC is basically ads you pay for on Google, Facebook, and Instagram, right? So they're organic. They appear above organic results, right? So if you're putting in, pressure washing near me, driveway cleaning near me, house washing near me, stuff like that, usually you're not going to see the organic result first. You're going to see either a Google guaranteed result first or some sort of Google ad result first, right? Because they're paying for a pay-per-click ad, right? Also with Facebook, you're going to see an ad while you're scrolling in, on your news feed, on your For You page, or you're watching a funny reel or something like that, right? That's where you're going to see that pay-per-click ad. I've also seen them in Messenger too, which is kind of interesting, but I've seen them in those places. So you're going to see them in those places on Facebook, Instagram, and Google. And you can actually target specific services. So again, house washing near me, driveway cleaning, siding cleaning, things like that. Really target those specific consumers and those specific services in those ads as well. And you only pay when someone clicks on that ad. That's the beauty of pay-per-click marketing for your pressure washing business. So what is SEO, right? Search engine optimization. You've heard this many, many times by many, many different people. Maybe you've done SEO on your own pressure washing business. Well, this is what SEO is. It's organic marketing. It's basically organic digital marketing. No paid ads, no anything. It's organic marketing via your website, your Google business profile, and other avenues online. You're building citations, you're building backlinks, and you're, making that content on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. That really helps you build your credibility online, right? So that's keywords, getting more reviews from your customers, and really building the backlinks, right? And it's basically free clicks once you get ranked, right? And it takes time and consistency to really get to that point. If you don't have time and consistency, you probably shouldn't be doing SEO. And we'll kind of dive into that a little bit later in our presentation. But SEO takes time, it takes a strategic plan, and it takes some strong consistency to get it right for pressure washing in your area. So let's actually break down the pros and cons of PPC. Now, there's two main forms of PPC marketing that most pressure washing companies are using, and that's Google ads and Facebook ads. The main we use here at the Code Chasers is Facebook ads for our clients. We're a big fan of Facebook ads, but we're going to break down Google ads and Facebook ads in this video so you can actually make the best decision for your pressure washing business on which, ad would be best for you. And we're also going to break down the pros and cons of just focusing on SEO or doing both. So you can actually see that for your pressure washing business as well. So what are some pros of Google ads? Well, instant visibility. I mean, as soon as you pay that dollar to Google, you're going to begin to show up for those very high intent searches, those searches that have a lot of search volume. So again, pressure washing near me, pressure washing, insert city here, driveway cleaning, things like that. And you can really target those, very wealthy zip codes, those zip codes where you might get the best revenue at your pressure washing business. So I can say, maybe my best, zip codes, my best city in Dallas might be, Highland Park, University Park, the park cities, right? I always use that as an example. So the park cities, those might be my best zip codes. I can target those zip codes in a Google ad, right? I can target those specific service areas in the surrounding area in that Google ad. And you can also use keywords to target those people as well. And you can also use it if you're a new business or if you might have a slow season. It's also a really good way to market if you're kind of in that direction as well, right? And it's also very easy to track ROI with call tracking and landing pages connected to that Google ad. And you'll see in the next slide what happens if you don't have a landing page or anything when it comes to doing Google ads. And you can also test and tweak your offers with Google ads as well. So you can do like a 50% off if you're a new customer, or 30% off if you're a new customer, or something like that, right? 20% off roof cleaning or something like that to really get them through the door and get them excited about your Google ad in your area as well. So here are some pay-per-click cons when it comes to Google ads. Expensive. They're expensive as heck to run, especially if you're a newer pressure washing business. They can be $15 to $30 per click in many, many big, major service areas that you kind of want to target. And if your Google ads are not managed well by a professional or someone that really knows what they're doing, you're going to waste hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in ad spend, right? So you don't really want to do that. Another con is, and this also goes with Facebook ads as well, when you stop paying, the leads stop. So that's definitely something to consider as well when it comes to paid ads in general. But also, you can get low quality leads if your ad and your targeting is not correct. So keep those things in mind when you're running Google ads. And you need to have a funnel. You need to have a website to actually have those leads go to, fill in their information and things like that to make your Google ad successful. Now, let's get to the holy grail of ads. The Facebook ad. We use this a ton with our clients here at the Code Chasers Digital Marketing. It's cheaper. It's a pretty cheap cost per lead in comparison to Google ads, right? Maybe you've ran Facebook ads in your pressure washing business. Maybe you've ran Google ads and you've seen the difference, right? The cost per click is much, much cheaper. The cost per lead is much, much cheaper than on Google. And it's fantastic for that brand awareness, for local targeting, really making a name for yourself in your local area. Facebook ads are a fantastic way to do that. And you can also do that using those before and after pictures. And we actually broke this down in one of our previous videos, Facebook ads for pressure washing businesses. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can check that out on our profile. But, you can actually use those photos to actually visually sell your results, right? You can also do this for seasonal offers, promotions. Maybe you're trying to drum up some business for the summer. It's a great way to do that as well using Facebook ads in your pressure washing business. So what are some cons? Oh, man. What are some cons? Well, they're not really search intent, right? So, you're not really solving a problem. You're kind of interrupting someone's search on their, For You page, right? You're popping up when someone's scrolling in between posts, watching a funny reel, kind of what I said in the beginning, right? And you can have a very low conversion rate if your creative is not strong. So if that ad creative is not looking its best, you're not going to get that many leads. If you don't have a strong before and after picture, if you don't have a good video, maybe a video of you doing the work, a testimonial, that ad is really not going to convert. It's really going to be all about the visuals when it comes to Facebook ads, honestly. And it actually really works best with a funnel, a lead form, a landing page, or some sort of follow-up sequence. I'd actually reword that and say you need to have a follow-up sequence with all those things, a funnel, a lead form, or a landing page. All of that needs to have some sort of follow-up sequence. But if you don't have a website, a funnel, a lead form, a landing page, or something, that Facebook ad is not going to work, along with that Google ad as well. Maybe you've ran Facebook ads in the past, like I said earlier, and you've seen this, and that while a lead form through Facebook is it does the job, you really need to have your own lead form on your own website. You can actually track better. I spent this amount of marketing dollars and I got this amount of leads, right? It's really simple to track that ROI when it comes to having your own stuff rather than Facebook stuff for you. So what are some pros of SEO, right? We're talking about paid ads. Let's go ahead and move into SEO. It's free traffic once you get ranked, right? You can actually build that long-term authority in your service area. And, once you get in that Google Maps local pack, you're getting hundreds, if not thousands of clicks a month from people that are looking for pressure washing in their area. That Google Map pack, once you're in that top 3 map pack, that's a very, very important milestone in your pressure washing business. We actually just released a video on our YouTube channel about how to actually get in that top 3 map pack. Check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe to us on YouTube to get that video, or comment below video, and I'll send that video to you via email. Just drop your email down there in that comment section as well. But you can actually build trust with your customers as they view you as credible in the area as you continue to pop up for all those different pressure washing related things, house washing, window cleaning, driveway cleaning, all that stuff like that. You're going to continue to pop up for those things, and you're going to be pretty credible, right? And also, of course, it works 24/7 without any sort of help or guidance or anything like that, without any ongoing ad spend. What are some cons of SEO? Depending on who you ask, there's a lot of cons, but it takes 3 to 6 months to see meaningful results in your pressure washing business. And I'm telling you this now, if you don't have the marketing stamina to go the distance with SEO in your pressure washing business, you are not going to be successful. You have to have the marketing distance. You have to have that marketing stamina to go the distance with the marketing for SEO, because it's going to pay dividends for you, over time. Because guess what? You're going to take the dependency off those paid ads and move to an SEO based model, which is really, really good, right? And you need ongoing, SEO, right? So reviews, photos, content, schema, updating, H1, H2 tags, right? Blogs being posted all the time, right? SEO is not a set and forget it thing. It's an ongoing strategy that you can't just set and forget. Many marketing agencies just do kind of a set it and forget it strategy. That is not what you do with SEO. That's not what you do at all. And it's not ideal SEO if you need leads next week. Okay, I mean, SEO takes time. If you need leads next week, just go ahead and launch that. Just go ahead and launch the Google ad. You'll be much more successful if you do it that way. So that's some cons of SEO. So let's just kind of recap this here. When should you actually use PPC? You need leads now. That's when you use PPC. You use PPC when you need some leads right now. Also, if you're a new business trying to get started, this is also a really great way to get things off the ground if you have that marketing budget, if you have that marketing stamina, and it builds a predictable lead flow while maybe you're trying to build SEO, or your SEO dominance is kind of a work in progress, or if you want to test out a new service, a new location. Let's say I'm doing roof cleaning in Arlington today, suburb of Fort Worth, and I'm, trying to see if this is a viable city, a viable market, right? I might launch ads in Arlington, to see, what the viability is, right? So that it's a really good thing to do for that. You need, you want to run a limited time promotion or a seasonal push. You're trying to run some summer ads, trying to get things going for that. I think that's a really great thing to do if you're trying to run pay-per-click ads as well for your pressure washing business. When should you focus on SEO? Well, you should focus on SEO when you have an established business with a solid digital presence, with solid reviews and a website, right? That's when you focus on SEO, and you're really willing to invest long-term in your online presence. If you're not willing to invest long-term in your digital presence, do not do SEO. You have to be consistent for months, as you can see right there, consistent for months to really see the yields from a consistent SEO campaign. And you want to reduce your dependency on ads over time as well. So that was a lot of information. That was a mouthful, I know. And some people are like, I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to get going. Some people are like, man, I don't know what to do. Where do I go from here? As I always say at the end of all of our content, you have 3 options. You can get all this information in your noggin and do absolutely nothing and stay exactly where you are. You can learn SEO and PPC on your own, completely on your own for your pressure washing business, and implement it as you see fit. Or you can hire an expert that can learn your pressure washing business, learn your goals, learn your personal goals, and help you scale your pressure washing business to where you want to go and how fast you want it to be. And that's what we do here at the Code Chaser Digital Marketing. If you need help with SEO or pay-per-click marketing, whether that be Facebook ads or Google ads, reach out to me, 972-619-7707. That's 972-619-7707. Or send me an email at info@thecodechasers.com. That's info@thecodechasers.com. Or if you'd like, book your free one-on-one discovery call. The link is in the description of this video. And we're going to map out together how we can get you found online fast, how we can increase your digital exposure and help you actually dominate online in your local service area. All right. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you got a lot of value as always from our content. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content just like this, and we'll see you right next in the next one. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.